Hello and good morning, guys. This is Andy McCann, your host here on Food, Fitness, and Finance. We're trying to help you lay a firm foundation, and I've got something pretty heavy on my heart that I don't really have the answer for. So today is this is where I'm going to go in a couple podcasts. So I know there's a few episodes that I've promised that I haven't gotten them there yet. So we will talk some finances. We will cover Evan's Crohn's and the journeys that he's on. It's looking pretty good. But something has come up into my life, and it keeps getting poked at, and I've been thinking that, man, maybe I need to go down this road. I need to figure this out. I don't have the answer, but I'm going to lay out the problem for you right now. It doesn't matter your age or your gender. You're going to find that, you probably know somebody that's a 50-year-old man or older, and so this is probably going to be valuable to you in some way. So let me set the backdrop. Actually, first, let me just tell you what's on my mind. I want to save us men who basically when you hit 50, the statistics for you dying go nutso. And we're going to cover that, but it's just insane. And I'm living it right now, and I'm seeing this phase of life. Kids, if you're listening, teenagers, 20-year-olds, if your parents are 50, your dad is entering the deadliest phase of life ever. If you're 50, then you're in it. Here's the biggest problem, though. Most of us don't see it. So I'm in a small group. I play with some guys who are about 50. I play D&D with a bunch of guys that are 50. I do other stuff with people that are my age group, my Georgia Tech group, a bunch of guys that are about 50. I'm around a bunch of people who are around 50 because that's how old I am. I'm 51. And what I see is most of us spend so much time working, at least my friends. There's not really that many assholes that just go like dodging on families. Most of us put that much time and energy into producing and forget about yourself, which can be okay until it's not, because the Grim Reaper's coming. The statistics of you dying jump dramatically at 50 to 60 to 70. Yes, I know. Hey, 70, aren't we supposed to start dying anyway? Yeah, sure. So only half of us are going to make it into the 70s. So if you were born in 1973, all of my buddies, right now at 50, we're all going to start dropping like flies, and only half of us will be around at 72. Okay, so my goal is how to help us live longer. So the backdrop of this is we were in our Bible study on Tuesday morning, and one of the guys said, hey, we should all be very passionate about bringing or saving souls. And man, I'm not. I don't have a huge passion for it. I don't know. I'm not against it, but I just don't really. I think there's other people doing it. We live here in the South. If you live in Georgia, aren't you like a believer anyway? I don't know. It's just not something that has really been put on my heart. Weirdly, though, the thing that is on my heart is helping people stay alive, helping people live longer, helping you look good naked, and helping you be harder to kill. Yeah, I know that's a joke, but people say, hey, what would you do when you retire? Well, I am retired, but semi-retired, and this is what I do. Landlord and gym stuff. I want to keep people alive. I am doing what I want. I want to help people live. And until they said that, they're like, hey, don't you feel passionate about saving souls? I'm like, no, but I feel passionate about saving lives. So maybe my job is to be around to help those that believe or don't live longer. Anyway, so that's kind of come back around. Another question came up about, what was it? I don't know. It doesn't matter the question, but it just brought this point back up. And it was like, what is your passion? What is your purpose? What are you doing? And really, it's helping my peers live and to live longer and to live better and to not just be decrepit. So anyway, I went into ChatGPT, not really knowing some of the things I needed to ask or the answers I was looking to really get, but knowing that it would funnel these things down. So I do find it fascinating that we don't Google answers anymore. I put it into ChatGPT and start having a discussion. So I asked this. I said, basically, I'm interested in saving men's lives. Talk to me about the biggest killers of men, and let's just go through this thing, okay? All right, so one of the most fascinating things it pulled out is the age-specific death rate. So weirdly, up until the age of 44, so that's maybe even 45, so pre-50, let's just put the line there, pre-50, the death rate is pretty small. So from 1 to 5, so it goes in 5-year increments. I'm not going to go through all the increments, but at the first 5-year increment, 27 deaths per 100,000 men. I would like it to be 0, but it's never going to be 0, right? So that's some infant mortality and so forth. The next block is 16. The next block is, it goes up dramatically, and this is why you tell your children, your teenage boys, stop being stupid. So the block of the 15-year-old to 25-year-old is 126 deaths per 100,000. So we went from 15 or 16 to 126. And it's basically because teenage boys are dumb. And you're going to see, I asked it, like, what are the common causes of death? For the most part, it's like before 50, it's accidents, you did something stupid, or someone did something stupid to you, and suicide. Anyway, we'll get there. So 126. The next blocking is another 10-year gap. It goes to 250, then 373, and then 668, and that's right at the 50-year-old mark. You're at 668. And then, bam, it jumps dramatically again, nearly doubles to 1,300, or really it's almost 1,400 at 55 to 65. So that many more people are dying per year. That's just insane to see that jump. So it's a 10-year increment. I guess the first 5 years is the first 5 years. Then it's a 10-year increment. So I got that wrong. Anyway, so it goes from 1,400 to 2,600. And then when you hit 75, 6,000 deaths per 100,000 males. And then, of course, when you get to 85, it jumps dramatically because it just says 85 and over. So pretty much everyone's dying by then. Okay. So there is a dramatic jump at the 45-year-old mark. You're at 375, and then you bump up to nearly 700. And then you bump up again to nearly 1,400. So we're dying, and this is where it is. It's right now. Why do I notice this right now? It's not because, it's new. No, I'm in the phase, and it's made apparent to me that if you've got a 50-ish year old male in your life, you need to talk to him. These guys around me think, oh, I'm healthy enough. I'm like, I'm looking at you. You're not healthy enough. Visually, you're not healthy. And then I know what you eat. You're not healthy. You're eating crazy. So, the other thing that came up was one of my buddies gave us a great testimony, and he put a whole bunch of good words in there that I just would not have gotten to on my own. So he put this together, and it really congealed in my head. Yes, it's us. We die quickly. And of course, the 18-year-olds too. Stop going to war and stop doing stupid stuff. Okay, let me back into some more data. Okay, so when I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, so why the spike? What's going on there? And it says, first thing is chronic disease, heart disease, cancers, and stroke. So when I'm going to drill down into heart disease and stroke, but then the next thing it says, and less preventative care. So people don't do anything and they feel like, well, I'm not going to catch up. So in my opinion, which is really bad for you to listen to my opinion, I'm just an idiot nerd doing this stuff, is going to the doctor for a pill is not preventative care. That's like just masking symptoms. If you really want to be healthy, do something about it. Exercise, move, and it doesn't have to be that much. You don't have to do a crazy amount of things. You just have to do something. And most of you do absolutely nothing, and you haven't done anything since high school. All right, the other thing it says is lifestyle, and it's really, it's diet and stress, and then connection. So we're going to get into those things as well. All right, then I asked it to break it down based on those age groupings that you had before. Tell me, like, what is the leading things that are knocking us out? So as an infant, it's obviously birth defects and so forth. And then that first 14-year gap, it's accidents. And then the next gap up into 25 is accidents. The other ones are suicides and homicides. So basically, before 25, accidents and then killing yourself or killing somebody else is what's going on. So what? Be careful, men. This is why they draft you at 18, because you'll do a lot of stupid stuff thinking it's the right thing to do. All right, so even up until 35, it's still accidents, suicide, homicide. Now, heart disease starts to show its face. At up to the 45-year-old, it's still accidents, and then heart disease, cancer, and suicide. So this is a big one. It's super scary and sad for me that suicide is a leading cause of death. This is what Jamie Thomas, this is her full-time job as a psychotherapist. If you need someone to talk to professionally, hire her, talk to her. If you just need a friend to talk, find people that do what you do and join them. It could be CrossFit, it could be D&D, it could be adventure racing. It doesn't matter what it is. Find your people. You're not alone. This phone, the stupid phone, makes you feel alone. You can just scroll and look and not be a part of anything and just in the background. Don't do it, especially if you're a teenager. In some ways, I'm envious of you guys and the journey you have ahead of you. But in a lot of ways, I think we did you a huge wrong. We gave you these phones at an early age, and now you walk around watching reels rather than doing chores and seeing real people. It's just insane. Find real people. Use the phone to call them, not to just watch stuff. Don't be lonely. If you're not lonely, you probably, I have to ask Jamie for this, but I would bet if you're not lonely, then the thoughts of suicide go away a lot. Now, I know there's other things that could be wrong, but lonely is that's a tough pill to swallow, right? Pun not intended. All right, then when you hit the 50-year mark, it starts to be the things that we would normally consider. So heart disease becomes the biggest one. So it's heart disease, cancer, accidents, liver disease. Stop drinking. And then at the 65-year mark, it's cancer. That's the whole thing on cancer. But anyway, cancer, heart disease, and then respiratory disease. At 65 plus, heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, and stroke. So then I asked it to give me some keys here and to kind of summarize and combine. And so we're going to get into that. But some of the ideas around saving lives is mental health support. Man, that is not me. I can't help you there. All I can do is go out in the woods and breathe and practice vitamin G, gratitude. I told someone today I really like doing the chores at the gym because while I'm doing the chores at the gym, I practice gratitude. I say, thank you for this, thank you for that, thank you for whatever. I really appreciate whatever. I just go through a list of things that are on my mind and heart to say thank you for. And I think that helps with your mental stability. Fitness and nutrition. Yes, I can help you here. If you're my friend, then you probably think, well, can Andy teach me? If you're not my friend, I can teach you a lot. It's just that proximity bias. You just don't want to listen to people that are close to you. Heart disease, cancer, and strokes are the things we're going to be looking at. Education on substance abuse. I don't actually even drink. So I would just say on that, stop doing stupid stuff, right? And then routine screening. I do like this one, although I'm finding that their screening is like they're changing what they're looking for. So now they're saying, oh, maybe we were wrong about cholesterol. I can tell you were damn for sure wrong. I eat a carnivore. 9 months, this is all I eat. Red meat, salt, eggs, and I drink water, coffee, and tea. And I'm doing just fine. My blood work has been coming back great. I'll go back again in a couple months, so in December, to get another round of tests and see how things are going. Anyway, get screened. It doesn't hurt to have them checked. They do have, I love science, so use them. Okay, what else? So I asked it to give me some details about heart disease and strokes, and those keep coming up. Cancer seems to be very, very different, but heart disease and or strokes and heart attacks seem to be similarish. What could be the same about it? So we got to talking, we got to typing, chatting, whatever. And so what we came down with was, it's your blood. Your blood is messed up. Your blood gets clotted, it's in your brain, it's a stroke. Your blood gets clotted, it's in your veins and arteries, whatever. It's a heart attack. So, and your heart doesn't repair itself like normal, it scars up. So how do you fix that? Could you clean up your blood? So what I'm trying to noodle down into is fixing your blood. And what does that mean? It's just a weird way to say it, but I like it. And there's this, what is it called? It's like BHU or something. It's blood extraction, oxidation, and ozonation or whatever. I don't know. It's something. But basically, they put a needle in your arm, they suck out your blood, put it through a machine, put your blood right back in, and you go on about your day. And they have pulled out gobs of junk out of people's veins and arteries. So they can actually sift out plaque. They can do something for hard metal or heavy metals. I don't know what. I guess let it fall off the cliff. They can also throw ozone through your blood to pull out other impurities. How good is this for your blood? I don't know. It looks a lot better when they put it back in. They put some oxygen in it as well. But the stuff that they're pulling out, I'm thinking, dang, they pulled that out. That's floating around in you. This one guy, they pulled out this long, stringy, like 2-foot thing of goo. And that's in his blood floating around. So of course you're going to die with that. So if you want to get rid of clots for the stroke and the heart attack, then maybe part of it is cleaning your blood up. Maybe it's going to these places that'll stick you onto a machine and let it pump. I think they're pretty expensive. I have no idea. But this is something that I want to go down. How to help 50-plus-year-old men stay alive. Because, man, we become an endangered species as soon as we hit 50. As soon as we're not killing ourselves or doing stupid things, it's this other stuff. Actually, you know what? They're probably still there statistically. Should have looked that up. It's just maybe the other stuff finally catches up. So maybe that's why the number doubles, is that this stuff really starts happening, but we're still being just as stupid as before. Actually, let me go look that up. Actually, I'll save it for later. There's so many things running through my brain about how to fix this thing, and I really don't have the answer for you. I just know that every one of us probably have someone in their 50s or older that they love, and you could see that they're deteriorating. Send them this podcast. Tell them, this nutcase Andy, he's been doing CrossFit for 20 years, and it hasn't killed him. It's only made him stronger. He's still kind of an asshole, so that hasn't helped, but he's working on it. and tell him he's been doing the lion diet for 9 months, or carnivore diet for 9 months with his son Evan, who had Crohn's, and we'll speak that into existence. And he's living a pretty good life. He just ran 2 back-to-back adventure races that were 10 plus hours. You love these people, and this guy right here sitting behind this microphone has some ideas. Sometimes you can't tell them because, again, proximity bias. You're their family. They're not going to listen. But maybe they'll listen to me. So, men, if they did give this to you and you're listening to this, dude, look, I love the fact that you provided for your family. I love the fact that you created financial stability. But they love and they want you. Yes, you still have to provide the stability. But you could do things for your brain, your mental stability, that heart, that connection. Also, your body. It doesn't have to be that hard. Let me see if I can find my buddy's post. Okay, so many of you write some testimonies, but Chris Holden really nailed this thing, and man, I appreciate it so much that he wrote it down. And it all started really because he's in the small group, right? And I said, hey, let me help you some way. He said, no, I'm good. Turns out he wasn't good. I said, just come to the gym. We'll work it out. We'll figure this thing out together. Just move. And he said, Andy, I didn't realize it could be this short. I just basically work out for like 8 to 15 minutes. That's it. I'm like, I know. He's like, this is easy. I should have done this the whole time. Let me look at his post and see what I can pull out for you. All right, I'm going to try to read this. I'm very dyslexic, so reading out loud is not great, but here we go. In my youth, in my 20s, I was super active and never really had to worry about fitness or eating or anything, right? Like most of us, as I got older, I had a family, I got married, and life got busy. I didn't exercise and move as much as I wanted or should have, and struggled with some health issues, weight, soreness in the joints, mobility, and other things. And I was thinking, oh, this is just part of getting older. Then in the fall of 2024, at 51, I got some tests done on my heart, and they discovered I had a small blockage. Guys, this right here is like most of us. What? I have a blockage? How did that happen? Chris isn't alone. This is the vast majority of my friends. This is probably you. You don't even know it. He at least went and got himself checked. One of the guys in our men's group is Dr. Skardassis. So, of course, he's pushing us. Guys, come on, get checked. Okay, so, of course, I pushed him to go to my gym because it's just down the street and it's what I know. But he says, I was super intimidated at the mere thought of going to a CrossFit gym. I had done CrossFit before in the past, and the coaches didn't help with scaling, and they didn't help with being a beginner or anything along those lines. So I wound up working out too hard, getting sick, and throwing up, so he stopped and never came back. That is totally what some gyms do. Our gym is very different. We help people all the time. We want you to go slow and steady. I usually tell people, hey, it's a honeymoon month. Don't do much of anything. Just show up and move. Okay, so it's been a few months, and he says, I feel pretty encouraged with the coaches and all the members, and I've been going for a couple weeks by this time, and I'm already feeling better. My knees don't crack as bad, and my back is feeling better. I've already lost some weight and feeling more energy. Anyway, so the point in this story right here, though, is to kind of just get into your head. Me, Chris, Danny, all the guys, I mean, anyone that's in that 50 range, we basically worked really hard and forgot about ourselves, and we didn't really do anything. Or we did do things and they were stupid, like, hey, let's just drink, or let's go golfing with the guys, which actually golfing wouldn't be too bad. At least you're moving. But you're picking up hobbies or things that aren't going to increase your quality of life. Let's go out and eat. I'm not opposed to eating out, but most of that stuff isn't even food. It's just entertainment. Guys, you have to take a moment for yourselves, a lot of moments. It doesn't take long. Like literally CrossFit, you show up, you work out, and then you go home. So the whole process is maybe an hour and a half. That's it. Yes, I'm asking you to do this 4 times a day, but that's it to increase your longevity. 50% of you will be dead before the age of 75. Actually, here's a statistic that I thought was super terrifying. This is super sad right here. In 2020, the life expectancy of a male in the U.S. was 74.2 years. In 2021, the life expectancy was 73.5 years. So I don't know if this is the first time ever, but our life expectancies drop. They expect us to start dying earlier. So we've cusped the top, or maybe we've done too many stupid things. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I do know this. Cutting out sugar, processed food can't hurt. I do know this. Working out can't hurt. Well, the secret of working out is this. During your week, at least 3 times during your working out, so during that week, squat below parallel. At least 3 times get out of breath. At least 3 times, lift something heavy. So you could put it all together and do all of those every day and just do 3 or 4 days of that. Or, hey, get out of breath. I went for a very sprinty run. Great, you're out of breath. Lift something heavy. I just did some back squats. Great. Well, that's squatting below parallel as well. But you see what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be everything, but it's just mix those 3 things up 4 times a week. That would do it. The other thing on eating is don't eat like a death row inmate. Eat smart. Get rid of that stupid stuff. Carnivore, lion diet? I don't know. It's been working for me and Evan. Anyway, you're on my heart, you guys, and I don't know what to do right now. I don't know how to help you or how to fix it yet, but it's in my brain. So the year of 2025 is going to be something about fixing your blood, and it sounds weird, but I'll make it sound better, but it's coming. If you are in jeopardy or you need help, man, guys, call me, text me, email me. My number's all over our website. What is my phone number? It's 678-654-7796. Call me, text me. I don't care. I don't have such a huge audience that I can't give up my phone number to people. Actually, I wish I did have a huge audience that I was a little nervous about giving it out. I'd give it out anyway because I want to talk to you. I legitimately want to help. I have no gain in any of this. I guess unless you're in Woodstock and can come to the gym, there's a gain there. But I don't sell anything. I don't rep anything. I don't have deals with anything. I literally just want you to live a longer life because you are like me. And behind us, I have 2 more boys that I want the solution to be somewhat in place before they get here. I don't want them to get to 50 and be like, damn it, Dad, you didn't do anything. You had 30 years to prep this and you did shit. You did nothing. Come on. I want to give them something. I don't know what it is yet. I want to give them something. All of these guys behind us, a hand up, teach them to fish, whatever it is, right? I want their life to be better than ours. So right now, the statistics are saying they're not going to be doing better than us. Okay, off that rant. Guys, I am here to help. It is CrossFit Garage here in Woodstock, Georgia. If you're local, come to us. If you're not, we have garagefitness.online, which is basically the same thing, but it's a home gym in your house, and we'll give you the programming with Brandon Phillips. If you need some freebies from us, if you want to go to crossfitgarage.com/TSPC, let me go there right now. I put together some links that I do for the Survival Podcast. So it's TSPC, the Survival Podcast. Anytime I do a presentation or something, I pass to them. I put it here for free so people can find it. So you got a carnivore Kickstarter, 60 days made easy, 32 at-home workouts, regain your mobility, Garage Fitness Online, our podcast, our at-home test. Are you healthy and fit? I don't know. And then exercising at your desk. All right, guys, y'all take care. I am here to help. Don't do this alone.